I was good, y'all. Welcome back to another video. Welcome to the Bold Heat Baby. Bolding means awareness and enlightenment. Like I said, as always, another interesting banger. You want to improve and grow. You see the title. Ignore, isolate, and then improve. That's usually how it goes. And if you get the first two down, improvement is going to come no matter what. It's going to come. As long as you ignore and isolate and you want to improve, it is going to come. I don't care who you are. It's going to come. It's going to come. It's just natural, bro. It has to come. It has to. And I'm going to be explaining to you why you have to do these things, what comes with it, and why it's very, very important, and the steps that you could take or that you should take to get there. And everything that I'll speak about is from my personal experience, at least 90% of it. And then the other 10% comes from what I've witnessed or what I've seen a lot of, And there are probably many different ways to improve or whatever, but this is what has taken me to become me. So let's jump straight into this video, man. Let's get it. Let's go.
Hey, Luther Squad.
I say ignore people for a very, very distinct reason. Because people don't understand you sometimes. People aren't really meant to understand you. At least everybody is not meant to understand you. You could have a dream, a goal, a standard that you would love to live up to, that you want to live up to, right? And I say you have to ignore everybody else or ignore the outside noise only because people's opinions can take effect on you. And they will if you continue to listen to them. Even your parents, bro. Even the people closest to you. Because not everybody is going to believe in you. Literally. And this is why, like, sometimes I love what J. Cole said. You literally have to protect it. You have to protect your vision. And this is why I say ignoring them or just not saying anything about it to certain people is the best thing that you can possibly do. And it is because it all starts up here. I love to say it because it's so true. Everything literally starts from up here. It's all the mindset. It's all about that thought. That thought. And once that thought comes to life, you start to manifest that thought. So you have to protect it. Once you hear someone else's BS or they don't think you can accomplish this, they tell you, listen, bro, that's too far. Or you know what, you need to be realistic. Instead of actually helping you get there in a sense. Instead of saying, you know what, why not take baby steps? Why not have a goal like this? And not like a goal like this, but why not do this? I think this can help you get there faster. Instead of trying to change your mind or instead of trying to actually help you get there in a better way. You know what I mean? And this is why it's very, very important to ignore them, bro. Like, I'm very, very strict on what I tell people or what I allow people to tell me. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I know what I want and I know how good I do when I ignore people. I know exactly how good I become by ignoring the outside noise or doing exactly what I want to do or what I feel is right. And I cannot listen to anybody else because guess what? Are they up here? They're not up here. I got a nose itching, bro. Hair on my face. But they're not you. So they cannot tell you exactly what you want or how you want to do it because they're not you. And if it's not someone who genuinely believes in you, then why am I taking advice from them? If it's not someone who actually are living up to their expectations, who's actually living in their dream that they build themselves, why am I listening to them? Why am I letting them get in my head? And I'm going to tell you why I'm so strict, or an example of what I mean by strict, right? I have this homie, right? Now, it would only ever be strictly a homie, right? She's a woman, right? And we're cool. And there was one time where she told me, she said, look, it's okay to, she said something like, it's okay to like take a break, or it's okay to live a little blah, blah, blah. And I cut it off right there. I literally told her, I'm being so serious. I told her, I said, listen, I like our friendship right now. And I don't want us to stop being friends. But if you say that again, if you say something else like that, I will remove myself. I don't want to hear none of that weak ass shit. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't. Because I know what I want and I know what I'm striving for. And I don't want anyone to pull me away from what I really want. I signed up for it. I know it's going to get hard. I know there's going to be bumps in the road. I don't care though. That's just a part of it. I don't care. It doesn't matter how I feel all the time, bro. Sometimes you literally just have to do it regardless of how you feel. Because I say it a lot. You're not going to feel like doing it. You are not going to feel like doing it every day. That doesn't matter though. That doesn't matter. You think that really, really matters? It doesn't, bro. It doesn't at all. So no, I don't want to hear that. And that's how strict it has to be, bro. Because guess what? She hasn't said it again. Now, if it's something else pertaining to it, let's say, okay, boom. I tell one of my friends that I'm staying away from girls. That's one thing that I've been doing for a while. I'm not doing that. It's too much of a distraction. It's too much of a risk, right? So I let them know that, right? Now, if they tell me, nah, you can go do this, do that, blah, 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 or if it's something pertaining to drinking or smoking, something I just don't do. And if they tell me, bro, you have to drink, you have to take a shot, blah, 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 I would tell them right then and there, look, bro, this isn't going to work. You say that again, I'm going to remove myself. Because, like, I feel like y'all don't respect what I got going on. I feel like, no, I'm not doing that. That's not something I want to do. And guess what? If you don't like that, if you don't respect it, if you're still going to do it, I'll remove myself. I don't care. I genuinely don't care. And it has to be that strict. If it's not that strict, guess what? You'll feed into the BS. And the next thing you know, you start going on the decline now. It has to be strict. It has to. Only you know exactly what you want and how you want it. And subconsciously, you already know what it takes. You already know what you should and shouldn't do. They don't. They're not you. And that's why you have to ignore it. You have to. You got to push it aside. I don't want to hear none of it. I know what I'm doing. Fuck off. Fuck off. That's how it has to be. And it's not to be rude or anything, but I'm not trying to hear none of that BS. No, you're not. I'm reaching past the stars. So I can't listen to the small-minded. I can't. I don't care. I genuinely don't care. It has to be like that. Straight up. Why I say isolation needs to happen. And it's very, very important. And this is what comes up next. Because if you're not able to ignore everybody, and it's going to end up coming anyway, because 9 times out of 10, if everybody around you is trying to tell you exactly what to do or how to do it or trying to distract you from doing it, you will have no choice but to isolate in order to get that third one to improve. Because since you're listening to everybody else now, right? Everybody else is in your ear. Boom, 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 right? Now you're stuck. Now you don't know what to do. Now you're making the wrong moves now. Now you're clouded. Your mind is clouded. You have no, there's no real focus. You don't have a free mind at that point. You need to be by yourself. You need to pull yourself away from the things that are trying to keep you from getting to where you need to go. And it's very, very important. And you'll start to enjoy it after a while. You will. And you'll start to learn more and more about yourself. And that's why I say separate yourself, or why it's so important, because that's where you genuinely see the most growth, bro. And guess what? There will be people that try to hold on to you. It's not to say that you're disappearing from there, you're letting go. You're just You're breaking out of that old shell, bro. The new you is being born. You have to let it happen. And isolation is a part of it. You have to literally separate yourself from the entire world. You have to. And people don't understand that, and people may not understand that. Some friends will, some friends won't. And that's a part of it. That's just what comes with it. I'm not gonna lie. That's it sucks sometimes, but it's something someone so wise said: for something new to come, something old must go. I'm telling you, bro, I see the most progress within my isolation. I have no problem with isolating now. And it used to be hard, but it gets easier over time because you start to care about your routine more, or you start to care about the grind so much more, to the point where isolation becomes very, very easy now. And yes, there will be times where you may want to do something, or people think you're so distant. Well, that's where the communication part comes in. You just let them know what's going on. You let them know, hey, I'm working on something. It's just that simple, bro. And by isolating, you will start. You're literally. It almost feels like you're halfway there, because that's all you genuinely care about is that goal, is that dream. And by being by yourself, right, and doing that, making it happen, and you done pulled yourself away from everything else. Now that I've pulled myself away from everything else around me, right, and I'm working towards what I really want now, I'm going to start attracting, because you are who you attract. So whatever I think I am, or I know that I am within, will start to manifest and reflect on the outside, bro. That's why it is important to isolate. Because when I start doing the thing that I really, really want to do, and I'm in solitude, there's no one else to tell me what it is that I need to do, what it is that can happen, or someone that may be trying to tell me what I like. None of that. None of that. There's none of that. It's just silence and myself. And now, my intuition is getting stronger. My grit is getting stronger. I'm learning about myself. I'm getting real mental clarity now. The improvement has to come. Because guess what? By ignoring everybody and by pulling myself away from the distractions, I now have the energy to work on myself now. Because it's just me now. I don't have anything else holding me back. I pulled myself away from everything. Everything. There's nothing to slow me down. There's nothing to distract me. There's no outside noise. It is quiet. It's just me and what I really want. The improvement is going to happen. It has to. That's natural law, gang. It's natural law. It has to happen. Because guess what? Once I start working on myself for real, after getting rid of everything, bro, like all the outside noise, I done ignored everybody. I'm by myself. I'm telling you, I have improved the absolute most by pulling away from things, by ignoring the outside noise, by just striving and working towards what I really want. That's where the improvement is. And that's exactly where you want to be. That's where the sweet spot is. And that's where the strictness comes in. And that's where people start to look at you crazy when that's all you really want to do. That's the sweet spot. And then doing it when you don't feel like doing it, that's the sweet spot. That's exactly where you need to be to get the results that you want. Because that's where it starts. That's where it clicks. That's where it starts to click. And the improvement will come. I'm telling you, it has to come. It will come, bro. It will come. It has to. That's it. It literally has to come. Sitting back with myself, learning me now. People don't understand that. I got the most clarity now. People don't get it. They don't have to, though. But it has to be strict. It needs to be strict. I'm telling you, bro. That's just what works for me. I'm telling you, it's literally what works for me, bro. It's deeper than just the physical too, bro. It's very, very deep, bro. It's very, very deep. It's way deeper than the physical, bro. Way deeper. You need to become who you were destined to be. Why are you here? What is your purpose? Why were you sent here? What is your job to do here? And that's where you start to figure out those answers. That's part of the start to it. When you ignore everybody else and you ask yourself, what do I want to do? And then you figure it out and then you work towards it. You start rebranding yourself, rebuilding yourself, cutting out everything that means you no good. That's where you figure it out at. Literally. Why are you here? What did you come here for? It's way deeper than you think it is. Way deeper. So you need to figure it out. Do that work. It can be scary. It can be hard. It's one of the hardest things in the world. It's hard to be focused and a man of substance or a woman of substance, of real value, in a world full of distractions. But there are ways to grow. There are ways to improve. Trust me. We're going to end it up right there, man. I appreciate y'all for watching. We'll see you in the next banger. Just remember what I told you. Let's get it. Let's go.